One of the most important part of building a dev tool is having good documentation. So when I was looking for a documentation builder for one of my project, I stumbled upon Fumadocs, and it's by far the best documentation builder I have ever worked with. And if you check out their showcase section, you will see so many of the cool projects are already using Fumadocs, including Shadcn, Betterauth, Zod, Dogploy, and hundreds of others. And it is completely open source, and I believe it has a MIT license. In this video, I will give you a quick demo of Fumadocs, talk about some of its features and how I used it on my own project. So yeah, let's get to it. To get started, just visit fumadocs.dev, and from here click on get started, and it will give you a quick guide how to install this. So let's just copy this, paste it here. Let's give it a name, Fuma, and from here you can pick your React framework. I will go with Next.js, but you also have TanStack, React Router, and Waku. Let's keep the source directory. I will use Biomi for the linter. Search is default. Looks like it's done. Let's cd into it. I'll open it up. And here in the source directory, you have all your application level code, and inside your content folder, you have all your documentation file. So before going into the code, let's run the application. So here on the root page, you can see a hello world text, which is coming from home page.tsx. So we can just write this nerds, and you can see it's updated. So basically you can use this page for all your marketing related content. And if you want to go to docs, just go to /docs, and here you will find all the documentation related pages. So currently we only have two pages, hello world and components, which is coming from content/docs/index.mdx and test.mdx. So this is the hello world page you saw, this one, and this is the components page. Now if you see the file name test.mdx and see the route of the components, you will see they are pretty much the same. So the routing on Fumadocs works based on your file system, kind of like Next.js. So if you want to have a installation page, you'll have to create a file called installation.mdx, and you will see an error because every docs file requires at least a title, and you will find more about that in the docs. If you scroll down, yeah, here you can see you have to pass the titles and description inside these dash brackets. So in our file, let's give it a title, installation, and we will also give it a description, learn how to install Fumadocs. Save. So now you can see we have a new route called installation. Looks like I spelled it wrong, but you get the point, right? We have our title and description, and now here you can write anything you want in Markdown and it will reflect in the UI. So if you say something like in heading, this is heading 2, we can give a heading 3. You can add links like retro UI. Save this, and you can see we have our headings and the link, and it totally works. You can also add code blocks. Let's write some JS, console.log. You can see the code block, and it also comes with a default copy button. Now let me show you a very cool feature. If you just press Command K, it will open up a search panel, and here you can search anything from your content. So if you just search for retro UI that we mentioned in the doc, you can see it brought it up, and if you just click on it, it will take you to that section. The next feature I want to talk about is themes. In case you don't like this plain default theme, Fumadocs provide you a bunch of the options. So if you scroll down here, go to themes. So here you will see all the default theme options. So this is the natural one, the one we are currently in, but you also have black, wheat base, dust, ocean, purple, and solar. So let's say we want the purple one. And to enable this, just go to your Tailwind file. Let's go to global CSS. And here you can see right now we are on natural. So just replace this with purple, save. And now you can see we have a purple theme. And of course it supports both light and dark mode. So you can switch between to the mode you want. I'll keep it light mode. Alright, that pretty much covers some of the basic features. Now let me show you how I used it on my own project so you can see a real world example. So this is a project I launched recently where I used Fumadocs. So it's a Shadcn UI blocks for e-commerce websites. So if you browse some of the blocks, you will see the very same Fumadocs vibe that you saw earlier. So here on the right, you can see the navigation. We have cards, product details, product pages, and on the product page, each of the pages, there is a UI of the component, and on the top, we have the commands for installing them. And if I show you the code base for this, same in the content, we have the docs. You will see I have created separate folders for each of the category of UI blocks. So on the products, I have product card 1, 2, and 3. And when you create folders like this, Fumadocs automatically places them inside the nested side nav. So if you want more nested, you can just create a new folder like mdx. Let's give it a copy this title. You can see we have a new item called demo, and inside demo we have demo card 1. So let's go back to the code and open up product card 1, and this mdx file is rendering this product card 1 page. So you can see I have my title, and then I added the npm command. A great feature of this is if you mention a code as npm, it will automatically add the commands for pnpm, yarn, and burn, which is great because it saves you so much time. Next, since it's a mdx file, you can write TypeScript code over here, right? So you can see I am importing my product card, which is this one, and I'm putting them in a block preview. So it has this slight border and the paddings over here. Now let's say I want to add a new feature where I also want to showcase the syntax of this code. And for that, Fumadocs has a component called tabs that you can just directly use in your markdown. So let's install this and see how it works. You can either install a component from Fumadocs CLI or Shadcn CLI. We'll just use this. Next, we have to include this in the mdx component. So let's copy this. Go to mdx, and here paste this. Save this. And now I can go to my docs file, and let's wrap this with the tab. I'll just paste this. So we'll have a preview and a code, and inside the preview we will just paste this. Let's change this to markdown, and inside here we'll just paste our code. So let's open up product card 1, copy this whole thing. Let's make a code block. This is tsx. Paste this, save, and now let's check the UI. Here I can see the preview and also the code. So users can check the syntax. If they like it, they can copy this from here. So pretty cool, right? And they have so many other great features. Like if you have a multi-language docs page, you can use their internationalization feature. If you have a specific math syntax you want to show, they have that feature as well. And they have so many other great features that obviously I cannot cover in one video. And deploying this was also very easy. I just used AWS Amplify to deploy mine, but you can use Cloudflare Workers, Docker, or obviously Vercel. So yeah, do check it out and let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.